The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Hey-o.
Thursday morning.
Good morning, gang. Are you right there, Lutzi? Putting your shoe in.
Shoe up.
You all good?
It's hard.
Everyone good? I had
good.
the best night's sleep. I'm
You had a
gonna.
good one? Yeah,
You had a good one?
I did. Yeah, I did.
You had a good one?
I had a good one.
Mitch?
Yep, I woke up 30 seconds before my alarm today, so I guess that's a good thing.
Well, that's good for us.
Not 2 hours after,
Yes.
as it was yesterday. Yeah.
Nice to have you here. I stayed at the Emporium last night where we're having our party tonight. Oh, it's the best when you push a button, the curtains open, and you just see the whole of Brisbane all lit up and sparkling. Brisbane's so pretty.
Yeah,
It's
it is
pretty
good.
good.
Particularly
So
at night,
pretty.
don't you reckon it looks unreal?
Yeah, I've got
at
a
night time?
video. I haven't uploaded it yet because I thought I should probably go to work first. But I just had the best night. It was so good. I ate
Nice.
chocolates. They gave me chocolates, and I ate them in the spa. And then I
What
wore
was
the
that?
robe, and I jumped on the bed, and I just read stuff on Instagram, and I reckon that's going to kick a self-help algorithm now because I was reading all the kind of you need to be more positive
Oh, you
ones.
went down that
I went,
alley.
yeah, I did.
There's something about hopping into one of those really nice hotels beds too.
Oh, it was
the way they make
good.
the way they make it, and the sheets, everything's fresh.
Yep.
It's not covered in 3-day-old fake tan droplets that I usually leave around, or dog slobber from her waking me up in the morning. Yeah, crumbs from Teddy eating Savoys at night before I come in.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah, kids, man.
But that view, that's where the party is tonight.
I know, and I'm all excited.
It's probably the best view in Brisbane.
It's
Because you
amazing.
get that, you're on the fork of the river.
Yeah.
Like, we've been banging on about the party, and it's going to be a vibe, it's going to be a vibe. And last night I realised this is going to be a vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was genuinely excited to be there, and I went up and I tested the bar, as one does, and
Oh,
the drinks are great,
Yeah. It's a cracking bar.
and it's spiffy, man.
Yeah.
Spiffy, that's the word. I always say spiffy.
Spiffy.
You're full hot.
Yeah, what?
You're full hot today. Like you come in, you're just
I've
full
slept
Yes.
and I've been pampered, and the floor glows. Like
What?
they've got stone floor that glows.
In the
It's
bar?
in the floor as well.
Oh, in the hotel room?
The whole thing glows.
Really?
Yes.
I never stayed there.
It's so cool. Anyway, I'm
It's
never
cool.
going home again. I'm moving in. Emporium, I'm moving in.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Now, Ash, you've got a dog, don't you?
Golden Retriever.
You've got-
Sunny.
you've got Sunny
Well,
Bill.
you've got a Golden Retriever too.
Yeah, we've got the Retriever Club. You don't have one, do you?
No, I
Not
don't.
see.
I can barely feed
Mitch,
I got a
do you-
Groodle, so I'm there. I'm
That
half
doesn't-
there.
Does that count?
Oh, she's
no,
beautiful.
Groodles count. They're big dogs, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have a question for you because
Sorry, Groodles, I'd rather... No, I can't say that, can I?
What was he going to say?
Come on, get the joke.
What? I missed it.
Mike's off.
I still missed it. Anyway,
Yeah.
so this is a problem for everybody, I believe. So I'm gonna get it out there. You're walking your dog. Your dog drops a deuce. You pick up the deuce.
Hang on, how do you sit on the word deuce?
Oh, I'm okay with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got to be careful around him.
Why? What's wrong with deuce?
He doesn't like certain words for excrement.
Oh.
Deuce
Yeah.
is okay.
Yeah.
I think deuce is fun.
I think it's the first time I've ever heard it on the show.
I
that's
think so.
all.
It's Canadian. They say,
Is it?
I'm going to go and drop a deuce.
Feels like some Kaniki saying Greece. I'm with it.
Yeah.
Drop
Yeah.
deuce.
Yes.
I don't
Okay.
know why it's called deuce. But
That's all right. Well,
Anyway,
That's good. We found a good word for it.
Number
So,
two.
yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
you
Yep.
pick up the deuce, you bag it, and you're walking along. Do you walk it all the way home with you, or do you put it in someone else's wheelie bin? I believe that you only put it in someone else's wheelie bin if it's rubbish night. So
If it's out.
If it's going to go
Yeah,
out in
but
the
if it's
morning
out, it's
anyway.
out.
Yeah, if it's out, it's out. So, yeah, you can put it in if the
I
bins
say
are
yes.
out.
I say yes. I say once the wheelie bin is out on the street, waiting
Yes.
to be collected,
Then it's fair.
Kind of no longer belongs to the person
What
whose
if-
house it's in. You know what I mean? It's not a part of the house. It's like
I've borrowed it.
You
It's
never
on
put
council
anything
land now.
important to you out there on the street.
And I get
and leave
that,
it.
but
Yes.
once you've committed to walking up to that bin, it's in there, right? You're not going to change your mind. What if it's empty? What if it's been emptied and so they're bringing in
Now, this has happened to me, right? And
a
I've
deuce
gone,
and
do
nothing
I
else in the
do
bin,
it?
an emptied bin with deuce in it.
You know, you're at the very end of your walk. So I don't walk a loop. I walk all the way to a destination and back. And there's no bins other than private bins on this walk. And yeah, I've been confronted by an empty bin. I'm like, do I, don't I, do I, don't I? And my husband's like, yeah, just do it. And I'm like, no, I can't. What if they don't have dogs? Every time they open the bin, they're going to smell my dog's deuce.
I'd be infuriated if someone did that to me.
Yeah, so that's a no-go, right? Would you agree
Yeah, I
that
agree
that's
with
a
that.
no-go? Don't do it?
Not really.
He'd
I
still
don't.
do it.
It's in a plastic bag. You're putting it in there like it's.
Does it get out of that? Does
Yeah,
that
but
stench get out of
it
that
gets
bag?
a
Is
bit
it like,
whiffy,
is
and
it
it
like
can
prawn
bring-
heads?
But it's
It's not as bad as prawn heads.
No,
Nothing's
no,
as
it's not
bad
as
as
bad
prawn
as
heads.
No.
Okay.
But it can bring maggots, and then you can fill someone's bin with maggots. The other one I have is if your dog does a bit of a sloppy number.
Sloppy doos.
Yeah, like, what's the rule with that? Like, how do you...
How do you even pick it up?
Exactly. Is that just that's nature's...
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, I reckon you're all right with that.
Just leave it and just hope that people don't trot in it. It's like, come on.
I mean, if you had a bottle of water, maybe just sprinkle a bit on it.
Oh, that's a good one. But if you don't have a bottle of water, what do you start using?
Sand.
People's garden
Put sand
hoses?
on it.
Maybe get some dirt
Sand?
from nearby, and I don't know.
Grab someone's garden hose.
Put
While you put their
someone's
bins out.
really bin over the top of it. I'm joking.
But I want
He's
to
joking,
know,
guys. Careful.
because this is an etiquette, and I feel like we need some rules around it. We know we have to pick up our dog's poop, but which bins you can put it in, that's what I want to know. So 13, 24, 10, what is the etiquette? What are the rules around your dog's excrement?
Yeah.
Do you put it in the bin? Do you hold on to it? What do you do?
Do you leave a runny deuce?
Do you leave a runny deuce?
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Looking for some etiquette, Nikki.
Yes, dog poo etiquette. What do you do once you tag it and bag it? Can you put it in someone's wheelie bin? And is there a rule to how soon you can put in the bin? Can you only do it on rubbish collection night? We've got Elise on the line. Elise, what do you think? What do we do with the dog poo?
I think full bins only.
Full bins only, so collection night, basically.
Yeah.
But private bins, you do endorse this.
Yes, I do. Otherwise, the other option is I just leave it on their front lawn. Like, so do they want me to use their bin or leave it on the lawn?
Yeah, good point.
Oh, so it's kind of their jurisdiction. It's like, I'm on your property now, so what do you want me to do about this? I could just
That's
leave it
it.
there.
Yeah.
But what
To
if it's
be
not-
clear, I wouldn't. I don't think I'd walk up into someone's
No.
fenced area
That's what I'm saying.
and
What
lean
if-
over and put something in the bin. But if it's out onto the street, come on, and you open it up and then the bin's empty, then
But if it's not bin night, what do you do? Then you got to do that.
You got the walk of shame.
You got to walk all the way home with it.
There's nothing quite like seeing a middle-aged guy walking his little cavoodle, holding a bag of crap in his hand, just wondering where it all went wrong. Okay, what about sloppy ones?
Yeah, I think that's what we're going to...
We've got Al.
How you going? Hey, look, I'm one of those middle-aged ones with a cavoodle. But hey, look,
That's awesome. What are the chances?
Good timing, Al.
but I have two things. Like, if when my dog's doing a poo, right, I sort of scope the area, and if no one's looking, I leave it. But, right,
He's honest.
I have a couple of noisy neighbours, and if they, if I have to pick it up, what I do is as I'm walking away, I sort of fling it on their roof because they're so noisy.
If anyone lives out in Oxley and you've got a mystery crap on your roof,
On your roof.
this is
Al,
the van.
look for a man with a cavoodle and a smug smile.
I love that you're flinging it. Like that requires the bag to, you've got to do that above your head. Whoosh, woo, 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 woo.
Mind
It's like doing a hammer throw. That could go anywhere. That could go 360.
It
Matt
is-
Denny wants to train with you, mate. Hang on, we'll get your number.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
We got the top 5 coming back. Our top 5 summer anthems, which we belted out yesterday.
We've been singing badly.
I didn't hear any of yours. I heard a bit of... Actually, I caught the back end of Ash.
You're
Not
welcome.
for the first
You're
time.
welcome, Dave. We're
and-
talking about the top 5 now, mate.
Yours sounded pretty good. I came in. I put it on my Instagram.
I felt like that was in my
I heard the last line of it.
range.
And I heard Dylan go, mate, I think we've got it.
Yeah.
And I saw the satisfaction on your dial. So you...
2 takes.
Two take
2
wonder.
takes.
Oh, look at me bragging, and we haven't even heard it yet. Yeah. 2
I know.
takes, though.
I tried too hard with mine. I think it's going to be lame.
What, so did you do several
I actually
takes?
came in last time. I was not prepared.
You're
and-
protected, though.
Am I protected?
There's no way Dylan's going to make you look like an ass.
Oh, I don't know. I think everyone would enjoy that.
No.
No,
No?
He won't do it.
Oh, I don't know. I had a pink cowboy hat on and everything.
No, the point is we look a bit stupid. But the point is actually... No, the point is...
What is the point?
It's like whether you take yourself seriously or you let it go. And I'm not saying you here. I'm saying there's been times when I've been in that sort of mood where I've gone, Dylan, we're going to take a fifth take here, mate. And we're going to lay another level and harmonise this little baby.
Yeah, I'll come in with some doo-wops that can go along with it.
But there's also times when you go in that booth and you give it one take and go, man, that's kind of shit, but let's just roll with it.
Yeah. Well,
bells and whistles, that's my thing. I'll do it once and I'll go, mate, bells and whistles, you will make that hum. You're going to make that tune hum.
I tell you what, there are things that Marty Sheargold would rather listen to than my performance yesterday.
I don't know whether I'll laugh at that or not.
No, I don't know.
Lola Young now. We get to
Elephant
experience
room had to say it.
Again.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Oh, I was talking yesterday about how I got locked in the car, nearly died, near death moment.
And then we learnt that you take the headrest out and you use those little metal poles to break it open.
Yeah, to smash a window.
Not that you did that because you wouldn't have hurt your dad's car.
No, I didn't want to hurt the beam. I'm like, I'll just go quietly. It's okay. I'll protect the BMW.
Your pulse rate would have had to have been like 1 beat a minute before you would have done that.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I kind of get it. It'd take a lot to smash a window of a car. You want to make sure you're pretty crook.
Yeah, exactly. It's got to be your final thing. And then it doesn't break and then you just peg it. But no. So anyway, it got me thinking and talking to other people, and other people being locked in all sorts of things. Like when we were in France, we were having dinner in a restaurant, and then we went to go and get the car, and my son stayed back in the restaurant for the Wi-Fi, and we came back. They'd closed up the restaurant, not realising he was in the corner.
Oh, really? How old was he?
14?
He would have been linked up to a Game Boy or something.
Yeah, he had no idea that people had vacuumed around him.
He probably had no idea.
Locked
You guys
up.
left for starters, that the lights go out in the restaurant.
Gone, au revoir, all
they
the
go?
banging. And then we arrived and we went to go in. All the lights are out. We just see Will's silhouette in the back corner, and we knock on the window and he comes to go out the door. It's locked. And then he's like, he could not find a way out of the restaurant. And I just laughed and laughed and laughed. I should have videoed it. But he was starting to panic that he was stuck. But at least he had good Wi-Fi. You know what? He would have been all right.
He wouldn't have noticed for about 4 hours probably.
Yeah. No, he hadn't.
Just
That's
play
the thing.
Fortnite, we'll
He's
get you in the morning.
dark.
Yeah.
Some mad
They could have
campaign.
put a sheet over him, like the French do. They put sheets over everything. He could have had a sheet over him, wouldn't have noticed. But yeah, so we ended up having to call the hotel that the restaurant was in to come and get staff to try and get him out. But in the meantime, he found a little window latch and he climbed out the window.
Oh, really? So he got out?
Yeah, he got out. But then I got stuck in a lift in Spain. And anyway,
I've been stuck in a lift
I've been
before.
stuck in a lift as well.
you
It's
get
the
stuck
funniest and worst
everywhere.
moment
But
of my
I
life.
want to know the funniest places that people got stuck. So 13, 24, 10, where have you been locked in, or where have you got stuck?
Mine's definitely the lift.
Yeah.
For me.
Oh, is this the Hong Kong one?
The Hong Kong one, where there's about 7 of us. If it had been 3 hours earlier, Chris Hemsworth would have been in the lift, but he just left.
Oh.
But we had one guy he had an anxiety attack. He was a very prominent halfback, Sam Cording, that was trying to open the doors, and another guy, IBS attack. He had a irritable bowel.
Oh, no.
So he had to go.
He literally has
He had to
irritable
go.
bowel
So
syndrome.
we were, and someone
In the
else,
lift.
someone else took their shirt off,
And he shat in their shirt
and he was about to
as it came to. The
Yeah,
lift
that's when
started
Sam
moving.
Cordinley got
And some-
superhuman strength and prized those doors open. You'll be surprised what you can do.
Yeah, Sam Cording actually became a superhero, and I still remember because we're in Hong Kong. They were saying, "You relax in there."
You relax in there. But did they have air vents?
Someone yelled out, "You effing relax!" back at them.
I got stuck
Anyway,
in
that's
Spain,
it, yeah.
and I was the panic attack girl. I hit the deck so fast, just freaking out, and then I started bashing on things.
Yeah,
and,
2 people did that now. So.
and they had no open the elevator door button. There was no button to press.
No, we were halfway between the floors.
We hadn't moved anywhere. Anyway,
Oh,
thank God Jeremy was in there, because he ended up leaning over and he just opened the door with his hand.
Oh, it actually opened.
Yeah, because he saw that I was gonna do my nut. Like, I'm very claustrophobic now after my Beamer experience. Yeah.
God,
but-
finally, Jeremy actually doing something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Jeremy
the first
was-
time he's been shed in a positive
to
light.
You know what?
Shout out
Revelation.
Jeremy first up.
Like the devil.
I'm not going to lie, it gave me the horn. I was rescued.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Nikki, when I got stuck in a lift, it was in Sydney.
Yeah.
And it was me and one other guy that was in the lift. I didn't know him. He was already in when I hopped in. I was going up to my room. He was going up to his. We were stuck for a full hour in the lift until they got us out.
No.
We never spoke.
You're joking.
We just, I think we just sort of acknowledged, we're stuck.
Two of you.
I sat on the floor. I just bought a paper, probably the Daily Telegraph back in those days, and I sat there and I read the paper from start to finish, and I don't even remember what this guy did, but with no conversation for the full hour.
I would have had their astrology chart done by the end of that hour. That's crazy. Yeah. You didn't speak.
No, but
did he look boring? Like, why didn't you speak to him?
I didn't want to get involved because, I do get claustrophobia, and I was like, I'm just going to focus on my newspaper, and I don't want it. I didn't know how long it was going to be. Like, I didn't want to get involved in chit chat. You know what I mean? Like, just involved in, and he obviously felt the same way. We did not talk.
I mean, we do that on planes, don't we? We sit on a flight and don't talk to the person next to us for a good few hours.
I reckon I've done that.
Ideally.
Every time.
I think I've done that from, like, long haul, where I haven't said one word to the person next to me.
Well, we've got people who've called in. We've got Wendy from Fig Tree Pocket. Where'd you get stuck? Wendy. I've got nothing.
Oh, come on, Wendy.
Wendy.
Moving on. Natalie, Rockley.
Yes.
Hi.
What happened?
Okay, so I used to work on cattle stations as a ringer, and I was out searching for cattle on a motorbike, and I hit a stump that was hidden in buffel grass, and it shot me forward over the handles of the bike, and I got wedged in the fork of a tree.
Stop.
For 3 hours.
3 hours?
Yeah.
You know what? That's a good result. Did someone get you out, or did you get yourself out?
No, they after a while they noticed I hadn't come back, so they come out and they found me.
That's what I'm saying. If you do that, at 8 a.m., you could be stuck there till 6 p.m.
Yeah.
I mean, you could be there for days.
Yeah, but they would have been like,
That's
hang on, where are our sandwiches? Where's Wendy?
Yeah.
Is that what happened, Wendy? No, not Wendy, Natalie.
Yeah, no, I was at, like, the cattle station's like massive. It's like hundreds and hundreds of hectares. You know, like you could be, if nobody knew where you were, you could be there for days and days.
Yeah,
and it threw you straight out of that baffle grass or whatever you said into the V of a tree, and you just couldn't get out.
That's it.
Wow.
Well, as I always say in my dingers ad, unexpected routes can prove hazardous. Moving on.
You
Laura.
still got to complain that you do condom ads when you say that.
Oh, okay, condom ads.
No one has references point to that.
Oh, dingers, condoms. Laura.
I know, but she does ads for them.
Laura from Albany Creek.
Hi, it's Lara here. It's actually not myself that got stuck, but
Sorry,
it was,
Lara. You can blame our
okay.
producers for that one.
She's from Wigan.
it was actually my son that got stuck. So he was about 18 months old, and my daughter and someone else were playing, and I heard my daughter scream. So I raced down, and my son had dropped a little tiny rock down, you know, the PVC pipe that goes out of your hot water system that drips.
Yeah.
And so he was caught to his shoulder. So he's lying flat on the path around the side of the house with his little face on the ground. He was only about 18 months. And my neighbour called out and said, "Is everything okay?" She said, "I'm calling the fire brigade." So the fire brigade had to come and get him out. We tried everything. We had oil down there and everything, trying to twist his arm. And no, the fire brigade just came and moved his arm and pulled him out. And he thought it was great. He got to sit in the truck, and they gave him one of those knitted teddies that they give you.
Well, that's a good result, really.
Try that at the Savo.
You want to go on a big truck, do you, Latsy?
Yeah, I do.
Go and stick something in something? Wait, that didn't sound right. Hang on.
Can we take one more? Emma out of Brassel. Wrap it up, Emma. What do you got?
Yeah, so as a kid, my sister and I, we had one of those old school rectangle trampolines.
I still got one, yeah.
Yeah, well, there you go. So, no, we had no nets, of course. There was no padding on the springs.
Exposed
it was just
springs?
top on. Yeah, absolutely. That's the way to do it. Anyway, I wasn't an agile kid. I was probably about 10 or 11, and my sister was already up on the trampoline, and I sort of hopped up, but in the corner, and my rear end got caught in that corner gap.
Oh, yeah, between the springs.
Okay.
The mat was the corner was sort of stuck in my back a little bit, and my dad had to come and cut the mat of the trampoline to get me out.
No.
And my sister was dirty as with me for weeks until we got that trampoline mat fixed.
Yeah,
and
what?
she couldn't hop on it.
She couldn't
Didn't
train.
care about me. Yeah, yep. She was quite dirty at me because I broke the trampoline.
She didn't make regionals that year because of her
No,
bloody sister.
neither of us did for anything. So there you go.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
We have got a little bit of top 5 to get us in the mood for tonight's end of summer party. We picked our top summer anthems.
So tomorrow is the last day of summer. Yeah. 28 Feb.
Yeah, right.
30 days.
It's today.
No, it's today.
Today is the last day of summer.
Oh
it's
my
the 28th,
God.
isn't it?
No, it's
27th.
Today's the 27th.
Oh,
Alicia.
okay.
It's 28 days. This, I don't know.
I'm looking at Alicia and she's
bloody
saying
Alicia.
today. But it's
Well,
our party.
today is the 27th and doesn't...
Is today
30
the last
days
day of
is
summer?
of June and November.
Oh, but
All the rest,
Nick,
all the rest
quickly,
have,
Nick.
all the rest have.
Nick's looking at us like we're idiots.
Alicia just looked at me and went, "Oh no, it's tomorrow."
I'm really concerned. It's tomorrow, guys.
it is
It's tomorrow.
Yeah, it's tomorrow.
28th.
I don't even know what.
That's
week
close.
it is.
It's
February
close
has
enough.
February has 28 days and then 29 each leap year.
Correct.
What year is
Yeah.
it?
2025.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it a leap
It's
year?
I'm
No,
worried about you guys.
leap years only fall on Olympic Games
Olympic
years.
years.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
So-
I was going to say, thankfully, we don't need this to be able to sing well, but I don't even know that we're able to sing well. For,
I think we're
for the
all in
summer
trouble.
anthems, so, yeah.
Speak for
All
yourself.
summery
Sound
songs.
glorious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here we Top 5 summer anthems.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne's top 5 summer anthems countdown. Coming in at number 5. Ash.
Hey, little girl, is your daddy home? Did he go and leave you all alone?
Nice.
Got a bad design. Ooh, I'm on fire.
This is good.
Tell me now, baby, is he good to you? Can he do to you the things I don't do?
What?
Can take you high. Ooh, I'm on fire.
Come on. It's your best ever.
They say, do you need me? Do you think I'm pretty? Do I make you feel
Alicia.
like cheating? I'm like, no, not really, cause ooh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader. She is always right there when I need her.
Very good.
Ooh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader. She is always right there when I need her.
Lutzi.
Wanna be a bad boy. I don't wanna see your sheep down anymore. I just wanna see some palm trees. I will try and shake away this disease. We could live beside the ocean, leave the fire behind.
You're in
Swim out
key.
past the breakers,
You're in key.
watch
That's
the world
good.
die. We could live beside the ocean, leave the fire behind. Swim out past the breakers, watch the world die.
Nikki.
Hat down, cross town, living like a rock star.
yeah.
Spend a lot of money on my brand new guitar. Baby's got a habit, diamond rings and Fendi sports bras. Riding down Rodeo in my Maserati sports car. Got no stress, I've been through all that. I'm like a Marlboro man, so I kick on back. Wish I could roll on back to that old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't. Yeah, I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more.
Oh, yeah.
Mitch.
Here we go. Here we go.
I got my first real six string. Bought it at the 5 and dime.
Yeah.
Played it till my fingers bled. Was the summer of '69. Oh, when I look back now, the summer seemed to last forever. And if I had the choice, yeah, I always want to be there. Those were the best days of my life.
I swear we weren't injuring Mitch when he was doing that.
There was a summer 69.
Oh, you were the best and the worst.
It's that best all round ever, I reckon.
Thanks for the stitch-up deal. I said to him, because my voice was going anyway, and I was just listening to Bryan Adams in my head. I couldn't hear myself, and I knew that my voice
That's the best way.
That's the best way to do it.
No, it's terrible.
No.
You can't hear how
No.
bad you are. I said to Dylan, turn down the good stuff so I can hear the bad stuff.
But it doesn't make you any better if you can't.
No, I
hear it.
think it does because you kind of find the key. Kind of. I didn't.
Dill said, you never know. Could be number one. I'm like, I bet it won't this week.
Yeah, number one, baby.
Can I say
Jeez.
something? I feel like I was robbed. Like
that was the best. That was the best I've ever.
I got 5th place for that.
I'm not even kidding.
It's my best ever.
I could have been walked into a bar and heard you do that and thought this guy's a singer.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding. You've actually found whatever that is. You got to find that niche and keep singing that.
That's
type
my
of song.
range.
I don't know.
That was good.
I feel like we all need our ears checked, to be fair.
No, I disagree.
I'm not saying it was great, Nikki. I'm saying that's the best I've ever done, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like you it was tidy.
And it got 5th.
That's unfair because I was way worse. I was like, that was bad.
I don't think that.
That hurt my.
we're ranking
I
on.
don't think it's a ranking.
No.
Oh, well, they put it that way.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
I'm smarter than... I'm smarter than who?
The Brighton Answer deal is here, with one lucky person winning $100,000 off the price of their new home every month. Drop into your nearest Brighton display home today.
Lee out of Warner. Good morning.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. You got me reaching for the record sheet, but somebody has stolen my little statistics.
It's a weird thing to steal
because
there's something on the black
normally
market.
we have that handy. And Mitch, your chief
yeah,
statistician.
what do you got?
I've never seen such a sheet.
No, Mitch has documented every Smarter Than Who we've ever played.
And I swear I didn't steal it.
I
swear to you.
You're suspect. You're suspect. Neryl's played a couple of times and has won both times. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, then
I clicked it. I don't know how.
If you got another one, that'd only make you, I think, about the 4th person to get 3 wins.
Well, already with 2 wins, you'd be a member of the Nobel Dow.
Yep.
But then the
Tony Award.
The Tony.
What's the Nobel Prize?
Or maybe that's the Nobel Prize. The Tony Award is 4 wins. I'm so
4
sorry.
The Tony is 4.
Nobel's 3.
Yeah. I don't know how many people have won the Nobel Prize. You've got the Nobel itself, but this would put you over the edge actually because it's $1,300 and it would be a slice of history. Or maybe 5, 6, 7 people. I can't remember the exact statistics.
It'd be a golden day.
Yeah.
Oh, no pressure.
And historic.
Pressure's the price
Smarter
of entry.
than who?
Pressure's the price of entry at this level, narrowly.
Pressure is a privilege.
And it's something you put on yourself.
Narrowly out of Warner. Good luck. 30 seconds on the clock. And your time starts now. In the NATO phonetic alphabet, what word represents the letter T?
Don't know.
Which film won Best Picture at last year's Oscars?
Oh, God. Don't know.
Which A-League team is known as the Jets?
Soccer.
What Japanese video game franchise translates to Pocket Monster?
Pokemon.
Spell luscious.
LUSCHOUS. Oh, God. No.
You're out of
I
time.
quit.
We'll take whatever that was at the end there that you threw together, but I don't think it's
I know.
Whatever that car wreck was at the end that you came up with.
And by the way, Ashley, and this is not a criticism.
It sounds like it's
Mitch,
it sounds like it's going to be a criticism.
Nothing has led into a criticism like that.
This is not a criticism.
All right. Thank you for that. What is it, buddy?
Do you want to go to the boardroom? And we get a justice of the peace to be a witness. Have you had that, by the way?
What's that?
When the boss goes, come into the boardroom and there's a justice of the peace there. It used to be BJ. It used to work here.
Oh, no.
You know when there's a witness.
Well, you know very well I've had
You're in
that.
some strife. You're in some strife.
You know,
how many times have you had it?
I've had the, Ashley, do you want some people for your self-care or something like that?
You've had that.
You want an emotional shoulder?
I don't think I've had that.
What? No.
But my point is,
go on.
it seems like you've changed your breathing spots in the quiz, and you're having a deep breath after the third question, which is leaving a gap. So all I ask for, and that's why it's under criticism, all I ask for is consistency. You continue to have that breath after the third question where you go, what was the third question?
Well, no, it wasn't that. It would have been after the third question, heading into the fourth question.
You didn't know
because I realised that I had no idea what was coming up, and I could see there was a...
Well, you took a big breath. All I ask is you do it again here.
Oh, my God, you give me a lot to think
Well,
about.
mate, we've got to do this.
So I'm making a note to breathe.
Breathe
after
the third question.
Breathe after the third question.
Take a breath.
Well, thanks for the tip, buddy.
Bring in the camp.
This is Lindsay.
Lindsay's got a couple in rotation.
Yeah.
This is one of the better ones. This is good.
I love it. She might be coming tonight, Lindsay. We often see her at functions like this. Bring in the camp.
Yeah, Lindsay Gayton, I think, from memory.
Yeah.
All right, who am I up against?
You are up against Nerily.
Nerily. From Warner, not Nerily Warner.
Nerily Warner. David's sister.
Yeah.
Okay, are
She's
you
better
ready,
with the bat.
Nikki?
Oh, okay, sorry. Yep.
30 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. In the NATO phonetic alphabet, what word represents the letter T?
Tim.
Which film won Best Picture at last year's Oscars?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Which A-League team is known as the Jets?
Super Bowl?
What Japanese video game franchise translates to Pocket Monster?
Pokemon.
Spell luscious.
Luscious.
Stop the clock.
Oh, I think I've just derailed majorly.
I don't know, but that's a veritable Lutsies.
What just happened? What just happened?
That's a winter Lutsies.
Okay. Nikki finishes with a frostbitten Lutsies.
Ice bath.
Yeah, ice bath Lutzie. And Nerily, you went the distance.
Oh.
In the NATO phonetic alphabet, what word represents the letter T? You said T. I don't know what you said, Nerily. It's tango.
Oh,
Jesus.
I have a fat head this
Romeo,
morning.
Sierra, tango.
You sucked up the clock.
I know, I need to raise my raz.
Yeah, you were razzing your ears or
Oh,
something
it
like
was
that.
all-
You had it back to front.
It's all
there.
this positivity I brought in. I wasn't thinking
almost
straight.
too much. Too much
I was
happening
too
upstairs.
happy.
Yeah.
0-0. Which film won Best Picture at last year's Oscars? You both said, I don't know.
I don't remember.
Quickly, we forget. Mitchell.
Oppenheimer.
Oh, of course, Oppenheimer.
With Benedict.
Should have been Barbie. I would have remembered
Cillian.
Barbie.
Cillian Murphy.
Would you
Yeah,
have
with
remembered
Killian. That's what I
Barbie?
said.
No,
Yeah,
yes.
Killian. I always get those two mixed up.
Barbie was better.
Benedict
Yes.
Jumping Jag wasn't even in it, wasn't he?
No, it was Killian.
Look, the women have spoken. Barbie was better.
Yeah.
Oh,
I still haven't caught it.
yeah, I'd always go with you.
I am surprised you and your boys didn't go down and watch a session of Barbie.
Haven't
Barbie was
been there
good.
yet.
Have a Barbie, then watch a bit of Barbie.
You saw Barbie, didn't you?
I haven't seen Barbie yet.
Oh, dear.
I enjoyed Barbie.
Which A-League team is known as the Jets? You both got this one wrong. It was the Newcastle Jets.
What sport's that?
Soccer.
Oh.
Newcastle Jets.
See,
Newcastle United.
Your mind goes to Ipswich, doesn't it? Then you got to work it. Then you got to reverse
Yeah,
out of
because
there.
that's where all the
Jets,
Jets
yes.
come out of.
Yeah.
That's the...
The Ipswich Jets.
Ipswich Jets.
Yes. You
What do you-
weren't thinking
what do
that
you
at all.
say?
No, I was thinking that's where the military base is.
Oh, right.
I'm on
That's
a
where the
whole
RAF base is.
other plane
Oh,
this
we are
morning.
so running late today.
Come
The
on.
Japanese video game franchise translates to Pocket Monster. You both said Pokemon. Correctamundo.
So what's the score?
Saves everyone from a pantsing. They've just registered
1-1.
their first
One
points.
each.
1-1.
It comes down to luscious.
Spell luscious. Narrowly, you went off target early. You threw an H in there somewhere. You're wrong. Nikki said Luscious. That is correctamundo.
Oh, narrowly.
Nikki wins on the buzzer, and tomorrow it's going to be worth $1,400. We go to the
Oh,
car.
that was a hard one. That was hard. Give her a good prize. That was hard, man.
That's your first loss, Nerily. I don't know how it feels.
I know.
but- Yeah, that's a tough one. It's a tough cookie to. So you've won a $250 Lorna Jane voucher.
Oh, that's good.
How good is that? And don't forget, this Friday too, tomorrow, get active with Lorna Jane on International Activewear Day with free 15 minutes line bike rides, because the Right Activewear isn't just for workouts. We all know that. It's for every day. So, yeah, Lorna Jane voucher, $250 coming your way. Good on you, Narrowly.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Bring it back. Throwback Throwdown.
Hey, so your 1992 Throwback Throwdown. Got a couple of great songs up there on the Instagram stories to vote for. Unfortunately, the needle didn't move too much from 18%, but it's a clear fourth place at the moment to finish up, unfortunately, with The Cure.
That's another last place for Lutzi.
Maybe it's because it's Thursday. I don't care about you, and we're playing it on a Thursday.
Oh, wrong day. See, otherwise you would have had this.
How good was my timing then, by the way?
It's brilliant. It's very good.
Taking with an inch of its life.
Taking 2%.
No, but Lutzi's got a bit of a run going of last places.
Yeah.
Like, have we got a?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull this
have
up.
we got a scoreboard update?
It's got to be an award for coming last.
We're looking at it right now.
I'm in an Ian Baker Finch slump right now. It's almost like I got the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, actually,
Sorry, I couldn't find a more recent sporting reference there, guys.
Stealing 2% from those above, making it 20% in third place. Billy Ray Cyrus and Nikki with Achy Breaky Heart. Remaining on 27% in second spot.
Seeing a trophy.
What was the early leader? Finishing in second.
Breaking news. We've played this 5 times this year. Lutzi has come last 4 times out of 5.
Dear. I'm going to turn my whole mindset around here.
And you had first bite at the cherry this week as well.
What did you do yesterday? Give me that. I need to be more positive.
Oh, yeah. You need to riz your raz.
I got to riz my raz.
Yeah.
I've been saying that for a while.
I would have heard of Helen from Publicity call me occasionally either.
Oh, Helen.
Chili's got it done, though, under the bridge. 1992 Throwback Throwdown.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Now our final tickets to our party coming up before 9 o'clock this morning, but that is happening in like 12 hours at the Emporium at South Bank, where, Nikki road tested
12 hours.
our location and
it's
sampled some of the goods.
Now, I know you say you want to come in fresh as a daisy, Nikki, but I think pre-drinking's definitely an option at this point.
Oh, no, yeah. Well, yeah.
Midday
I think onwards.
This is a conversation you got to have with yourself. I'll say, okay,
I find it hard, like when you're in a hotel, it's really hard to wait till happy hour because you're like, oh, champagne robe.
Well, you need a crew. I'm not suggesting you sit in your room and get blotto by yourself.
What, is that frowned upon?
No, it's not frowned upon. I just mean, well, it is a bit actually.
Yeah, it is.
It is actually frowned upon, yeah.
Yeah, but it's called mindfulness.
Yeah, I'm saying it'd be good to get a...
It depends how much you're drinking, what you're drinking, and if you're talking to yourself out loud or not.
Yeah. It's more acceptable for a crew of people to have a drink, you know.
So what are you suggesting?
True.
Well, I'm trying to work my day out.
Yeah. When are you guys going to turn up?
Well, that's what I'm trying to work out.
Are we going to have pre-drinks or are we just going to hit it at start
I'll
o'clock?
be what time's kick-off?
6 for 6:30.
6:30,
yeah.
Yeah, I'll be there at 6. But,
I'll be at 6 o'clock at 2.
But I'll be there
be
before.
6 o'clock,
I'll be there before that somewhere before that. There's a pub downstairs that isn't too bad, actually.
Oh, down the bottom in the lobby.
Well, that one, but also next door.
Oh, you go to pubs. Oh, no, I love hotel lobby drinks. They play jazz. I'm so not you guys.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Just saying that Nikki's just sent a story through the suspicious devices washed up on a Gold Coast beach, and I was thinking, what was it? A pair of shoes that weren't white?
Your face, you're so proud of that joke.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. That's all I want to say.
But you had to fight a battle to get that one.
Yeah, what are you?
I was on the coast last night.
Good segue.
I went to Currumbin Wildlife Sanctuary. And they had the opening of this thing called Astra Lumina, which is it's like a night walk amongst the stars. You know, we were talking earlier about stadiums. You're off to Hong Kong, look at stadiums and that, like lighting. Like this is a 1.5 kilometre walk, and it's the only time that they've set this up as a permanent, like it will be a permanent feature.
Oh, really?
Of Currumbin Wildlife Sanctuary.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which. Great organisation, by the way, and has been around for a long time.
They're rescuing koalas all the time.
Yeah, and it's I'm pretty sure it's a non-for-profit, so they're pumping all the money back in to help the animals and all the rest of it.
And been there forever and a day. I've photos of my grandparents there, for God's sake.
Yeah, I went there with my grandparents. Lorikeet on the head. It's
They've
an
still
iconic.
got that. You can still do that. Lorikeet's still coming.
I love the lorikeet feeding hour. That's so good.
Awesome.
Well, this is a new one. It's called, it's called Astra Lumina, and it started last night. It's unreal. It's a 1.5 kilometre. It'd be an unreal date thing.
Yeah.
Like you pull up there, and you
hello.
go. It takes about an hour and a half to wander through, and it's just like it's so effective. Like all that sort of prism lighting, and
It's been huge in LA and
Yes.
stuff like that.
Yes.
This is actually it's going to stay there. Is that what you're saying?
It's they've put
wow.
years of work into it. A lot of infrastructure, and it's absolutely brilliant. So check that out.
That's unreal.
Date night is
it's really
sorted.
good. Yeah, like down on the coast. Like think about that one. It's a good one.
Well, that's I don't know if Tom Tate's behind that, but he would have green lighted that on some level, perhaps, which is great because yesterday I interviewed the Lord Mayor of Brisbane in a panel discussion with our good friend Michael Kasperovich and another great lady by the name of Cecily who runs Queensland. She's managing director of a steel company. I think the only female managing director of such a company in Queensland, which is pretty incredible.
Yeah,
Talking
right.
about the Brisbane and everything like that, and the Lord Mayor.
What's Casper's role?
Well, just as a guy that's involved in
Yeah.
business and,
Yep.
and the correlation between sport and business and how local businesses can get involved and leverage the fact that the Olympics and Paralympics are here. The biggest show on earth's coming here in 7 years. So and I was chairing the sort of the panel, and it was a lot of Olympic chat around that, around business and how local businesses. And the Lord Mayor made the point that if you've got a local business and you can show that you can do the job well, you get your first point of call when it comes to getting contracts for the Olympics for Brisbane 2032, which is amazing. So that should be exciting.
What sort of contracts? Make sense for me.
They've got stadiums to build.
Infrastructure,
Yep.
food, whatever it is. There's so many facets of holding this event. Like most businesses, if you've got a business right now, it's hard to find a way that you can't get involved in this event.
Gotcha.
Which is pretty cool. And then I had to leave that straight away after I'd finished the panel and meet with, and these guys won't like this because they fly low on the radar, but this is an incredible part of Brisbane that no one exists. I went to an office across town, just on the edge of the city, and I walked in, and it was like I'd found my tribe. This bunch of incredible people at a company called Populous that no one will probably have ever heard of, and these guys are the biggest stadium designers and builders in the world.
Oh, right.
These are the guys, global scale. These are the guys that built the Sphere in Las Vegas.
What? They're in Brisbane?
They're in Brisbane. It was like my chocolate factory. It was like the Charlie chocolate. I walked in, and these guys are designing. These guys are the guys that are doing this. You can see literally people working on stadiums and grandstands. They design a Suncorp Stadium, which turns out is one of the top two stadiums for spectators in the world.
Really?
Like the Suncorp Stadium has been
rated,
and also has become the poster boy or whatever,
like a template almost.
A template of so many stadiums that we now see both here in Australia and predominantly in Asia, which is the hub that Brisbane has.
That's you're sort of close to the action.
Well, just on a bunch of different levels.
So hang on, were they able to give you a little bit of a preview? Like, surely, given the projects they've worked on, surely they've got one of the commissions.
Well, of course they're going to be heavily involved. They've been involved in almost every Olympics in the modern era, like going back to Sydney, London, through the whole thing.
Did they show you drawings?
I saw drawings of things that I wasn't supposed to see yet, and they will. Well, undoubtedly, I'm not even sharing too much. If they're not a part of Brisbane 2032, I can't believe that they wouldn't be. But
in terms of
like stadium,
you saw what they're doing in other stadiums around the world, or what they're about to do.
I've seen stuff that they're about to do in stadiums around
Bris
the world.
Vegas previews.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, and it blows your mind. And I'm going to Hong Kong this weekend to have a look at the Kai Tak Sports Park and Stadium, which is a 50,000 seat indoor stadium in Hong Kong.
It looks cool. It looks like a Robo-Made.
If
I'm honest,
it looks crazy,
but like a bling bling one.
Yeah, and the tech, not only the tech around it. What the beautiful thing they do with this stadium, specifically for Hong Kong, is there's a huge retail element right next to it as well. Then there's an athletics track there. There's public parks, which is unheard of in Hong Kong City.
Everything,
right? So public, courts and things like that. They've created this precinct where, well, also for the people around it, they've just enhanced that area, which is what we're going to look, obviously, wherever we put our stadiums in Queensland, in Brisbane. But I left their offices just completely excited. And I left the Lord Mayor's function as well, just excited that people are really starting to understand the impact that this event
Well, I got excited about Brisbane this morning when I looked out at that skyline and went, this city is cool.
Yeah, right.
And it's about to get a whole heap cooler.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully. When is that 100-day report?
So March 8th, they finish it. March 25 is the date where the Premier will announce at the Future Brisbane where
this is it. This is it.
And then that is it. Then we can move forward.
Well, then we start building.
Yeah.
That's interesting because that's when Mars goes out of retrograde. Just saying.
What?
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Experience boutique luxury accommodation, exceptional dining and exquisite events at Emporium Hotel South Bank, Brisbane's cultural epicentre.
The only way to farewell summer. Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne's end of summer party.
I'm chasing paradise with you.
This is in my range too, you know.
Party's over.
Probably could nail that one, actually. Put me down for that one next time.
What is that song,
Alicia?
by the way?
I don't know.
What is the...
Or is it just an ad? Or is this a song?
That's a song.
No, it's a song. It's a legit song.
I ripped it off.
I've never heard it before until our party.
Need some Intel Dill. He would have built that.
He built it.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
probably found it.
Whose song is this?
There's probably some obscure band.
Yeah.
It might be one of Dylan's mates.
Could be.
He's a drummer.
Might even be Dylan on the Pots and Pans there.
Maybe.
Hey, Chloe out of Burpengary, you've scored the very last invite to the party.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
G'day.
Chloe! Chloe, did you
Oh,
go to
my
Burpengary State School by chance?
I didn't know.
My mum used to be a teacher there.
Really?
Yeah,
At Burpengary?
yeah, Burpengary. She used to teach all the
that's
students. But that's not
Chloe's from
party mood. So, Chloe, do you have an outfit?
I think I do. I
think
think
you
I've
do?
got something.
Yeah, that's the most important thing today because we're literally, how many hours away? Mitch, do the math, hurry up.
10 and a half.
And you got to
I
wrangle.
don't know if that's correct.
You've got to wrangle some friends, Chloe.
I reckon I got a few people I can bring.
You've got your crew sorted.
Are you dancers?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
we
yeah.
just recently had our engagement party, so I reckon I got a few people ready to bust a move.
Oh, excellent. I like the energy that Chloe's bringing. She's
Yeah.
been rizzing her Raz,
Yeah.
her reticular something.
In her something.
Yeah, something. We've had a lot of dance. I think there's going to be a large dance vibe tonight.
Yeah, I'm getting dance
You've
vibes.
been talking it up.
I have. I'm
You've
talking
been
big.
talking
You
up
really
your
have been,
party
actually.
game.
I'm going to deliver because I'm going
If
to have
you're
a nap.
boring, this is going to be a massive
I
problem
will
here.
not be boring, but I
Like,
can't.
You're
what
on
if-
notice.
What if Nikki's like you know, when she has had a few, and do you reckon she could be like over the top?
Well,
or-
I think there's potential for you to be over the top when you've had a few drinks. There's nothing wrong with that, by the way.
No, I'm not one of those out of controller ones.
Okay.
I'm just good fun, but I can't guarantee that I'll be much chop tomorrow morning.
If you
Don't worry about tomorrow.
Will you stay on the
It's
champers?
another day away.
Yeah, tomorrow.
No,
yeah, tomorrow
I'll
may never
start-
come.
Tomorrow, yeah, exactly.
You've got to live today.
No. I'll start with
Remember?
margarita, then I'll hit the bubbles.
Switching drinks. What about whiskey?
That's how I sober up.
What? At midnight.
The whiskey at
Yeah,
the
with
end.
the whiskey. That's
Bring it.
kind
Okay.
of.
I'm not
Let her play a
begrudging
game, mate.
your
Let her
system.
play a
Not
game.
begrudging
I'll
your system,
recline.
Chloe. I'm just saying she's going to be fun to be with.
Yeah, we're
Towards
gonna
the
have
end
a
of the
good time,
evening.
Chloe.
Oh, for sure. It's
You're
going to be
from
great.
like she's from near my neck of the woods, near Redcliffe. So, birds of a feather dance together.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, the birds on the dance floor.
So that's it. So Chloe and her posse are the last people to come, right?
Thank you so
Yes.
much.
Yes, we'll see
What?
you tonight. The posse.
Posse.
Don't say posse.
Oh, I didn't know
Don't
what he
say
was talking
posse.
about. I had no
Posse.
idea what he was
Oh,
talking about.
I would rather put a nail through my.
That's how the French say.
Experience boutique luxury accommodation, exceptional dining and exquisite events. I mean, Nikki, you've been living it up at the Emporium Hotel South Bank, Brisbane's cultural epicentre. And don't forget, if you are putting something together last minute or you've had it ready to go for a couple of weeks, the best dress will be awarded thanks to the Emporium Hotel at South Bank. Firma Italian dining vouchers,
That
which
looks
is
good.
right there.
It'll be a great night. Now, listen, there's breaking news on the Gold Coast.
And what about
A
this?
torpedo, and if it's not a torpedo, I'm not here.
It's a torpedo.
A torpedo, yes, torpedo has washed up on the beach at Main Beach on the Gold
I mean,
Coast.
what can that possibly
and
be?
It's a big torpedo.
Everyone's freaking out because, we had the Chinese warships off the coast like a week
Yes.
ago, and now this is washed up on Main Beach out the front of the Sheraton, I believe.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Mitch, there's been official confirmation, I believe, that the object that has washed up on the beach at Main Beach on the Gold Coast is, in fact, a torpedo. It definitely looks like one. And if that's the case, then safety is going to be the primary concern. And right at this moment, Sam Payne is outside the exclusion zone on the Gold Coast.
Holy
Sam,
crap.
good morning. Is that true, mate? This is definitely a torpedo which is washed ashore?
Good morning. Yes, that is true at this point in time. That's what police are confirming to us now. I actually just spoke with a lifeguard who was one of the first to respond, and he said it's about over 2 metres in length as well. Now, they don't know if it is live or not. They've got the Australian Defence Force heading from Enoggera, the Gallipoli barracks, right now to come first see if it's live, and then if it is, detonate it potentially, and if not, obviously just remove it from the beach. But as you mentioned, the exclusion zone has been set up. It's about 300 metres now. The public are even further. There's no one on the beach around, and police are just kind of standing around waiting for the ADF to arrive.
And like a torpedo like that, they're going to have to bring in the military, you'd imagine, to help assess the situation. And those torpedoes, I mean, they could have explosive material in it and potentially be live.
Yes, yeah, exactly right. So they are bringing in the ADF to obviously check the missile out. But at this point in time, the origin of this torpedo is unclear, whether it was from a military exercise off the Sunshine Coast or Queensland, which is quite common, or from something else. That's where they're going to have to try and figure out as well. Firstly, as you said, if this torpedo is live, and then where did it come from?
There's no such thing as nuclear torpedoes, is there?
Don't know the answer to that.
Because you've got to take this stuff really seriously. So I'd imagine
course.
they've got
Seriously. I mean,
they'd have
even
the
if it-
robot thing coming out, wouldn't they, to detonate it? Is that what you'd do?
I don't know if the robot is coming out yet, to be honest. It does look quite old. It's covered in barnacles. The propeller's completely seized up from barnacles. So it does look like it is quite an old torpedo.
Right.
I don't know necessarily, but they're obviously giving it distance right now.
But I mean, if you're doing an exercise, like let's think about this, like, you know, and you detonate a torpedo and no one knows where it went, I would imagine that would be a problem they'd have to solve pretty quickly. They wouldn't just go, oh, it's out there somewhere. And it's live.
Well, not
you know
detonate,
what I mean?
like they've lost a torpedo.
Yeah, you can't just lose a torpedo.
And it's not like it's been washed up, like it's like that it happened recently. If it's covered in barnacles, it's been there for a substantial amount of time.
That's actually really quite comforting.
And don't they sink, these things? Like, I'd imagine it'd be extremely heavy. How has it managed to wash up? Well, we've got big swells on the Gold Coast at the moment, I guess, with that cyclone off Mackay, yeah.
It is big swells at the moment, and that's what the lifeguards believe happened with that big swell pushing into the coast. It's coming with that. Thankfully, though, the low tide is going out now, so it's not going to be going back into the water. It's either going to be detonated or taken away from here. Won't be spending any more time in the water.
And there could be an environmental impact too. You don't know if this thing is going to be leaking or not. But the primary thing, I don't know whether it's got any marks on it which indicates who owned the torpedo.
Surely it
does. There'd have to be some type of identification. You'd imagine on a torpedo to go, this belonged to whoever it might be.
Yes, they will definitely be able to confirm where the torpedo has come from. There's a few photos I have seen already which kind of do have clear indications, but that'll be up to the Australian Defence Force. Well, I can't confirm, unfortunately. It'll have to be up to the Australian Defence Force.
Well, without knowing anything about torpedoes, like it'd be interesting to know if it was to detonate exactly how big of an explosion it would create, because, as you said, it's 2 metres long. Like, it looks like it's a bloody big torpedo. And even if it appears that it's inert, it's still a potential risk to detonate.
Definitely, and that's why they're not pulling any punches, and they've already extended the exclusion zone twice. And I believe when the ADF get here, they'll probably even move us out even further.
So exactly. So at the moment, it sits as it is on the shore, and exactly where is it?
It's just north of Main Beach. It's currently near the pumping station. Where if you're a boatie and you've been out on the Gold Coast, it's just near that the punt when you leave to the ocean.
The
bar.
No
one's going to be further north. The bar, sorry.
Right, it's right close to the bar.
It's about 100 metres away from the pumping station, right at that tip. So it's very close to the bar.
That's a dog leash off area too down there, I believe, somewhere around there. Like, keep the puppy
found
dogs away as well.
Yeah, it was found by a member of the public walking this morning.
Maybe Cavoodle dragged it out.
Oh, my
Look at
God.
this.
Yeah.
I've got a big stick, Mum. Got a big stick. Throw it.
That's an interesting one. It's going to be, like, I wonder Well, we'll find out. You'll be on this all day, Sam, so we'll see your coverage on the news tonight. But there you go. A torpedo has washed up on the beach on the Gold Coast.
I'm just glad it's old. It's just...
I don't know how
old is still dangerous.
Barnacles could be 6 months. Not that old.
Oh, I don't know. It sounds like pre-nuclear. It just sounds like it'll just kind of go a little bang. Little bang.
Oh.
It'll just build a
Go on,
little
you
sandcastle.
walk down there today and sit in the bloody
Look,
thing.
as a specialist, as a bomb expert,
Yes,
I am
exactly.
saying...
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.